Good morning, everyone. We are here now at Santa Clara building here at Intramuros, and on that part, straight ahead is the Fort Santiago's entrance. You are going to see the beautiful Intramuros as well as the Fort Santiago, which is very historical for us Filipinos because of our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal, who had been exiled and has a big impact on our history in the Philippines. So we will know where and what and when the history of Jose Rizal, Dr. Jose Rizal, happened here at the Bagong Bayan or the Intramuros of Manila, here in the Philippines. I'm sorry for I don't have a stabilizer in my cell phone. So this is it. The last time I came here when I was working about more less than 20 years ago, and look at this big and old trees, and how the security guard's uniform, uh, how they wear it, because uh, wearing this kind of uniform is like the Guardia Civil. We call that the Guardia Civil in Spanish. And our history travels back to the Spanish era, wherein our national hero Dr. Jose Rizal started way back years 100 years ago. So this is how they preserve the Fort Santiago, and we will know how much we are going to pay. Here lies a lot of national, historical, and structural buildings, mostly Spanish structure or architecture, just like this one, where I don't know what government agency is um, uh, staying or having office here. So in this area, a lot of foreigners coming in from other countries, and they are also just like the people here. So also there's a lot of um, people selling here. So we would know if we are going to pay how much. Ay, ah, is it okay? Sir, is it okay to take the picture? Thank you, sir. So, right now, at the entrance, you are going to pay 75 pesos uh, for the regular and 50 pesos for the discounted, which we have to find out here as there is this information. So, we have this so-called Kalasa tour rate. It is a horse-drawn carriage or tartanilla within inside the Fort Santiago, as well as the um, all over the Intramuros. So here, they have a maximum of 6 passengers in one kalesa, like that one, the horse-drawn carriage. We call that the kalesa, and that's for not necessarily you are a tourist here in the Philippines, but for all the for everyone who wanted to come over and see the history of our national hero way back in 19 years ago, 100 years ago. We also have the pedicab rate. for which 1 to 2 passengers only. It's like a pedicab, what you call is like a tricycle, which is not run by, it's like a motorcycle with a carriage on the side. And it only holds about 1 to 2 passengers. And the regular trip per passenger is very affordable, which is 20 pesos. And within the Intramuros tour, they got the regular for 400 and discounted, which applies only if one or both passengers are either students, senior citizens, or persons with disabilities, which costs only for 320. Each one is for every 1 hour of tour. So, the discount applies regardless if the pedicab is carrying 1 or 2 tourists, and the passenger may not be forced to pay for two if the trip didn't start from a designated terminal. So, another thing is the pedicab driver must advise you that the 1 hour period of tour has lapsed. So, he may not charge for the exceeding time without your permission, of course. And any abuse of here and rules or bad behavior may be reported to the Intramuros administration at UPCDD, these numbers, or email us at urbanintramuros.gov.ph, administrator intramuros.gov Philippines. So these are the government agencies that's keeping the security and safety as well as preserving the our historical uh, establishment, historical places here, most especially here within the Intramuros area. So this is a famous Fort Santiago landmark. So I don't know how big this tree is and how old it is. This one, I think more than 100 probably, because I think about two people can hold this intramuros. I mean that this big trees. And I think this is a Nara tree. Wow, this is also history. We've got parts of history here. So later on, Kuya, I will go inside. Is it okay? Sir, that part is the end. Ano, exit? Ah, so since I'm not going inside, later on some other parts of when we go inside and tour you around the Intramuros Fort Santiago, because right now for I'm going to a government agencies, and I need to rush sometimes some hour because I'm going to follow up some legal documents at the immigration office. So right now, this is one of the historical buildings which Intramuros had preserved. Our government agencies have preserved this kind of historical office building. I mean, so on that corner is the exit of the Intramuros. The Fort Santiago. We could peep in from the gate, and there's a landmark here saying that Fort Santiago was built of Guadalupe volcanic tuff by Governor Gomez Perez Dasmariñas in 1590 to 1593 in place of the wooden palisade of Raha Matanda. This was done in 1934. So, this is the main entrance of the Fort Santiago. But as you go deeper, the Intramuros wall or the Fort Santiago wall will have their uh, holds a lot of buildings, old buildings wherein our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal, had stayed during his exile here in the Philippines, in Manila specifically. I think on that other side is the end part, and the other side of the Fort Santiago is a golf club of Manila. So let's go on the other side. We have the General Luna Street. See how big the Intramuros wall or the Fort Santiago area. During our elementary days, we used to have an educational tour here as part of our subjects and our curriculum to pass or to end the, I mean, basta, it's part of our curriculum. So, this is it. And in my memory, we could peep in, see how the structure of the buildings, how old these buildings are. It's probably 100 years ago, and tourists are coming in to have a look of our historical Fort Santiago. We've got Mabola tree here. It's a fruit bearing tree. I love this Mabola tree. This Mabola tree, we call that in our early years, in our younger years, where we normally got or have a taste of that Mabolo fruits when it falls down and it's ripe. Right? See how tall the Mabola tree is? And it's part of our history. I don't know how old these trees are. And I think Mabola tree is part of also our history. You do not have to go inside. On the other side is our Basilica Cathedral of the Philippines. Basilica Cathedral is our oldest cathedral for the Catholic during the Spanish era. And this is the exit part of Fort Santiago. Fort Santiago open daily at 8 o'clock to 21 hour. And the entrance fee, which is 75 to 50 pesos per head. So, it's very affordable. And you got a lot of souvenirs that you could buy. Kuya, is it okay that I'm lagging? When did you where this came from? I mean handmade here in Manila? Oh, look at that. Oh, this is handicraft and handmade according to the seller, our vendor. Oh, and we have the bow and arrow. How much could that be? Wow, very sharp. But where did you? No sharp. So this is only kawayan or bamboo, made from bamboo. Ah, yeah. So this is made from bamboo of our Aitas here in Zambales, Kuya. Is it okay if I take your picture? I mean, Yeah, say hello, Kuya. So, how, wow, we could also buy a lot of beautiful hat for the guys and for the ladies. Wow, I love them. So, it's made from banana fiber according to our vendor. So, how much could, oh, very affordable. So, this is costly, not costly. It the only price is 300. And how much this one, Kuya? Oh, all of these are ah reversible. Yeah, double purpose for the hot and rainy. They call that the bucket hat. Wow, it's not costly because when you buy this in the department store, it will cost you about 500. And it depends on the places where you could buy. But here in Intramuros, you could easily buy at affordable price. So, I hope I could buy one like this because I used to have like that. Yeah, that's 300. But kuya, later on na lang. When I come back here, thank you kuya. We're going to go deeper again at the Intramuros. So, so this is just the parking area of the Intramuros. Yeah, this is a paid parking lot. As you can see, this is the walled city of Intramuros. And so he's offering